So could Ted Cruz actually lose re-election in the state of Texas to a Democrat? Hey everybody, I'm Chad Hasty, host of the Chad Hasty Show, which airs weekday mornings 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time on News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. Well, if you've been paying attention to any of the national headlines, you've probably seen some headlines like a blue wave could take down Senator Ted Cruz. One headline, this from the Washington Post, in Beto O'Rourke's challenge to Ted Cruz, Democrats see a chance at a statewide win in Texas. I guess it's now the sexy thing to do, the popular thing to do, to pontificate on whether or not Beto O'Rourke could take down Senator Ted Cruz. And I'll start it off by saying this. Could Beto O'Rourke take down Ted Cruz and actually win in the state of Texas? Yeah, he could. Anything's possible, right? There might be some scandals that come out, or some skeletons that have been hidden in a closet somewhere. Or Ted Cruz could come out and completely flip on positions and say that he wants to ban every single gun out there, that he's pro-abortion, that he hates Donald Trump and hates the Republican Party, and wants open borders, and he could completely flip positions and depress voter turnout to where Beto O'Rourke could win. If that doesn't happen, then Ted Cruz is going to win re-election. Listen, the numbers are on Ted Cruz's side. This is still a red state. Many of you have probably seen the headlines about a lot of Democrats turning out to vote. And that's true. Democrats are turning out to vote in the primary. They have a lot of competitive races throughout the state of Texas. They have a competitive, yet not widely known, gubernatorial race that they have to vote on. And they have other statewide and congressional positions, too, that are, really big battles within the Democratic Party. And then also, Democrats hate Donald Trump, so they're turning out to vote. They're turning out to show their frustration. Republicans, on the other hand, are staying home. They're kind of lackadaisical about this entire primary process. But Republicans, I believe, will turn out, at least I hope they will turn out, when it comes to the general election. Republicans must remember that in order to keep the House, to keep the Senate, conservatives, Republicans must get out and vote. And when it comes down to the general election, I fully expect Senator Ted Cruz to walk away with a big victory. In fact, if you go through and you actually read these stories, most of them pretty much allude to the fact that it's a pipe dream for Democrats to think that they can make Texas blue by taking down Ted Cruz with Beto O'Rourke. There was a CNN headline about will a blue wave take out Ted Cruz? Then you actually read the story, and it basically everything favors Ted Cruz. Listen, it might be a popular thing to think right now that Texas is turning blue, that there's a rise of, these Democrats in Texas and the Republicans are switching parties. It's not happening. Republicans just aren't showing up to vote in the primaries, which is a problem, in my opinion. And it's something that Republicans had better get over by the time the general election comes around. Having said that, as I brought up earlier, Beto O'Rourke could win, but the only way he would win is if Republicans absolutely stay home, that voter turnout is really depressed among Republicans and really shoots up among Democrats like it has been. But I don't see that happening in the state of Texas. I fully expect Ted Cruz to cruise on to victory, though I think you will see Ted Cruz really campaign throughout the state and really understand that this is a serious challenge by Beto O'Rourke, because it is. O'Rourke has been crisscrossing the state. He's been running a good campaign. I give him props for that. He's been doing a good campaign, going out to different parts of Texas and going into small cities and places that aren't normally or aren't at all Democratic strongholds. He's come to Lubbock a few times. He's gone to Amarillo a couple of times. So he's going to places where you wouldn't think he would be completely welcomed with open arms. So I give him credit for that. Ted Cruz needs to get out there as well and campaign throughout the state and really fire up Republicans and conservatives. It's going to be a major job that he has to do, is fire people up to actually get out and vote. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. News Talk 95.1 FM and 790 a.m. KFYO. On the Wednesday edition of the show, obviously, Election Day will be behind us, so that means we'll break down all of the election news throughout Lubbock County and the state of Texas. Have a great day. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time.